Hello guys, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about a topic on hydrology. It covers in unit 1 of your syllabus. So it might be useful for you for GATE examination as well as for ICR and TANCET examinations. So we can see the previous year's question which is already asked. The first question. A hydrograph is a plot of. First of all, what is hydrograph? Hydrograph is it is actually represents the discharge and time, which is discharge is runoff discharge. It is in meter cube per second, and time t in hours. These are the elements of this hydrograph. It represents MA represents the base flow recession, this point to this point, and A to B represents the rising limb, and this B to C represents the crest segment, where P denotes the peak flow during the rainfall, and C to D represents the falling limb, and D to N, this is known as the base flow recession. So hydrograph is a plot of runoff discharge setting. So option B is the correct answer. In upcoming slides we can see about the what is base flow, interflow, prompt flow, what are the flows, we can see in the upcoming slides. So next question. A part of rainfall that infiltrates and moves laterally through the upper crust of the soil. So it clearly denotes the diagram. We can see here the diagram. So this is the water table. It's a groundwater. This is a water table. Precipitation is here. This is the precipitation which flows on the ground. So first there will be a slope here. So here let's say these are trees. This point denotes the influent stream. This is precipitation. And this is the overland flow. And here this present is effluent stream. So okay, first understand what is overland flow. Overland flow is excess precipitation flows over the land surface or moves over the land surface. Excess precipitation move over land surface. This is known as overland flow. In the same way, what is a base flow? Base flow is the delayed flow. We can say this is delayed flow that reaches a stream. Reaches stream as groundwater. Delayed flow. Reaches stream as groundwater. And interflow is moves laterally through the upper crust of soil. So laterally means in this way, up in the upper crust of the soil. Through upper crust. So prompt flow. What is prompt flow? Prompt flow is the interflow with least time lag or delayed interflow. We can say this as delayed interflow. So for this question, read the question. A part of rainfall that infiltrates the and move laterally through the upper crust. So upper crust means it is interflow. So option D is the correct answer. We can move to the next question. A unit hydrograph has a 1 unit of. So want to find the 1 unit hydrograph. What is 1 unit hydrograph? 1 unit hydrograph. This 1 unit hydrograph is known as a hydrograph of direct runoff. Here 1 centimeter of rainfall occurs over a rainfall excess occurring uniformly over the basin. Uniformly occur. 1 centimeter of excess rainfall occur over the uniformly over the basin. It is said to be 1 unit hydrograph. So here the correct option is a unit hydrograph has a 1 unit of, I already saw, direct runoff. So option B is the correct answer. Next question. Flow in small streams are usually due to. So when there is a flow, it can be due to overland flow. We already seen in the last slides, the overland flow is nothing but the flows which occurs over the land surface. It is a small, it can be converted into small streams like this, So option A is the correct answer. So the watershed relief is known as the difference in elevation difference between highest and the lower points, elevation difference between highest and the lower points of the valley. So this is said to be relief of a watershed. It has a unit of kilometer square. So where there is option D is the correct answer. Next question. Hydrology is the science which deals with the hydro means water. You already know people. Hydro means water. So in hydrology which deals with the both surface and underground water. So surface and the underground water. So option D is the correct answer. Next question. In India, recording type gauge. Recording type. There are 2 to 3 types of recording rain gauges and non-recording rain gauges are available in India. So in India, recording type rain gauge generally used. What is generally used? You want to note this term, generally used. So generally used you want to find. So just note it down. Rain gauges. It is 2 types. One is non-recording gauges. Non-recording. Another one is recording. Recording rain gauges. So it can be branched. Recording rain gauges can be branched into 3 types. One is weighing type. Another one is tipping type. Tipping bucket type. And another one is the floating type or natural siphon method. It is known as natural siphon method. So in this we can use generally the float recording type, which is nothing but the natural siphon type. Here they had not given this type, so option C is the correct answer. Float recording type rain gauges are commonly used in India. So next question. For determination of average annual precipitation in a catchment basin, the best method is. So these are the 3 methods used for the determination of annual precipitation. So in the 3 methods, we want to find the best method. The best method is the isohedral method. So isohedral method is the methods of line joining points of equal elevation. This isohedral method is superior when compared to these 2 methods because when the stations are large in number, so when there is a more number of stations, we can use this method. Isohedral method is accurate and it can be used. The formula for precipitation to find the precipitation P is equal to A1 into P1 plus P2 divided by 2 plus A2 into P2 plus P3 divided by 2 plus up to it can goes up to A n minus 1 P of n minus 1 plus Pn divided by 2 the whole power A. Okay, this is the formula for isohedral method. So isohedral method. So we can use this method for determination of the average annual rainfall. So next question. The main factor which affects the infiltration capacity. So the infiltration is the movement of soil into the earth, movement of water into the earth's surface. So what are the main factors affecting our thickness of the saturated layer? Yes, when the layer is thickness, it can affect the infiltration capacity. Depth of the surface detention, this also correct. So the depth and the surface, it can also depend on the depth of surface detention. And to soil moisture also, when the soil moisture is higher, the infiltration will be lower, it gets lower. So these are the factors which affect. So all of this, option D is the correct answer. So next question. Absolute humidity in air. So absolute humidity is, it is a measure of actual amount of water vapor. Absolute humidity is a measure of actual amount of water vapor in the air regardless of the air's temperature. Measure of actual amount of air Actual amount of water vapor, in air, regardless of air temperature. This is known as the absolute humidity. This absolute humidity can decreases at higher altitudes. So when the altitude gets higher, the absolute humidity automatically get downwards. So when you move upwards, the amount of temperature will get riser. So automatically the absolute humidity will get decreases. So option A is the correct answer. Next question. Directional seepage is always perpendicular to. So directional seepage is the lateral movement of water. Lateral movement. Lateral movement of water. The earth surface. So here we want to know what is equipotential line, what is velocity line, what is pressure lines, and so it is not a pressure line, and there is a directional seepage. It always moves in a perpendicular to the equipotential line. Equipotential. So option A is the correct answer. So next question. A rising limb of hydrograph is depend on. So rising limb, we want to draw the diagram to understand this concept. So I think that you can understand this diagram. So you see clearly this hydrograph. This point from A to B denotes the rising limb. So rising limb. So this rising limb is also known as the concentration curve. So it depends on both storm and basin characters. The storm and basin characters only control the shape of the hydrograph. So for rising limb hydrograph, it is depend entirely on the storm and basin characters. The recession limb is it starts from the point P and just continues to C. From C to D, it denotes the recession limb. It is independent of storm characteristics and depends entirely on the basin characteristics. These are the important points which is already asked in examinations. So note it on this point. This recession limb is independent of storm characteristics and depends on the basin characteristics, but in rising limb it depends on both storm and basin characteristics. So here the option B is the correct answer. We can move to the next question. Which of the following rain gauge do not produce mass curve of rainfall as record? So Simon's gauge also produces mass curve, natural siphon also produces, weighing bucket is also produces. So this is the one which do not produce a mass curve rainfall as a record. So tipping bucket, option A is the correct answer. Okay. Then next question. If a direct runoff is 15 hectare centimeter, so runoff they had given us 15 hectare centimeter. Basin area is 0.5 kilometer square. We want to find the excess rainfall RE. Rainfall excess RE is equal to direct runoff by basin area. So runoff they had given us 15 hectare centimeters. So convert this hectare 10,000 into 100 divided by 0.5 kilometer square. This converted into meter. 0.5 into 1000 into 1000. So everything here is meter. Just convert this 100 to meter. 0.100. So cancel this. You can get the answer. Rainfall excess is equal to 0.03 meter. Therefore rainfall is equal to 3 centimeter. So option D is the correct answer. Next problem. So the capacity of the each compartment of a tipping bucket drain gauge. So this is the tipping bucket which is present here. So you want to find the capacity. So capacity. So the capacity is 0.25 mm. So option B is the correct answer. So